Hello, my friends. It is Jessica. This is I Read to Relax, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, a special welcome to you. But if you're back again, I'm so happy you joined us. So today, I would like to share my latest book haul. This was another month where at first I didn't think I was going to have enough things to share. And then I decided I needed a shopping day at the bookstore, so I ended up with a small pile. Yeah, that's the bookish life we lead, I guess. So, Valentine is here, but she is sleepy. She spent the day at doggy daycare, so she is a tired little girl and she's just keeping mommy company. Yeah. Let's dive right in. So at the beginning of July, I ordered a copy of The Geo-Magician by Jennifer Mandula. I saw one of the booktubers that I like to follow, Katie. She read this, and although she said she didn't end up loving it quite as much as she thought she would altogether, as she was describing it, it just sounded so intriguing that I was like, I gotta read it for myself. So this one is about a Victorian fossil hunter that discovers a baby pterodactyl. She vows to protect him, and with the help of a fellow scholar, her former fiance, she is gonna try and hang on to him. It is a enchanting and transporting historical fantasy. It is the first book in a duology, so I'm hoping I'll like it enough to read book 2. But like I said, it just sounded so cute. Like, it's magic and archaeology and a baby pterodactyl. Yeah. So I'm excited for this one. I broke down. I kept seeing these special editions and I just really love these 2 books, so I ended up buying the special editions. It is the Owl Crate set of the 2 books by Sangu Mandana, The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches and A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping. So I think these have really cute cover art, and then they have these really pretty sprayed edges, and they have, I love the back covers. I think they're so beautiful. And then each of them also has an alternate dust jacket, and they do have these cute naked hardcovers, and then even more gorgeous artwork inside. These 2 are just the coziest, loveliest, like, found family witchy romances. So I really loved both of them, and finally was like, I know I own the originally published paperback copies, but I was like, how cute are these special editions in the set? And I love the extra artwork. And they are books that I will read again. I find them so lovely. So I indulged and got myself the set. They were on sale, so that helped. But I do think that Owl Crate did a really nice job with these. So I got that set. And then I was feeling a little stressed out and overwhelmed by life. So I took myself off to Barnes & Noble one day and just decided to wander the shelves. I have a list of like books that I might like to pick up this year. I am trying to reduce my impulsive book buying. But there, like I said, I had this list of books that I wanted to pick up when I get a chance. And so 3 of the 4 books that I picked up at Barnes & Noble were from that list, and 1 was a pure, I walked past the table and saw it and thought it sounded great. So let me just share these 4 with you. The first one that I got is Mistborn, The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. So this is the first book in the second era of Mistborn. So you have the first 3 books that feature that set of main characters, and then these next 4 books take place in the same world, the same part of the Cosmere, but like hundreds of years later. And I wanted to get the physical editions of these because I was having trouble concentrating on the audiobooks. So I got this one to try, and I'm excited to start Wax and Wane's story. The next one that I picked up is Susanna Clarke's Piranesi. I have been seeing this one reviewed over and over and over, and it just sounds so intriguing. I really, really loved like Erin Morgenstern's I think it's The Starless Sea. But I sort of love that like fantastical weaving sort of journey in a book where you have to just trust that the author is taking you on this seemingly meandering journey and it's going to make sense in the end. I love that kind of book, and I think that's this kind of book from what I can tell. So I am very excited to check it out. Piranesi's house is no ordinary building. Its rooms are infinite, its corridors endless, its walls lined with thousands upon thousands of statues. Within the labyrinth of halls, an ocean is imprisoned. Waves thunder up staircases. Rooms are flooded in an instant. But Piranesi is not afraid. He understands the tides as he understands the pattern of the labyrinth itself. He lives to explore the house. There's one other person in the house, a man called the Other, who visits Piranesi twice a week and asks for help with research into a great and secret knowledge. But as Piranesi explores, evidence emerges of another person, and a terrible truth begins to unravel, revealing a world beyond the one Piranesi has always known. People talk about how strange and wonderful this book is. And so I'm really excited to give it a shot. I'm hoping that I will love the weird and wonderful journey it takes me on. For something totally different, I picked up a copy of The Writing Retreat. I do know this word. I just apparently can't pronounce this word. The Writing Retreat by Julia Bartz. This one is a thriller, and it's a thriller to do with writers on a writing retreat, and I just think it sounds like a fun quick read when I need something not mindless, but like a quick palate cleanser kind of book. Alex has all but given up on her dreams of becoming a published author when she receives a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Attend an exclusive month-long writing retreat at the estate of feminist horror writer Rosa Vallow. Even the knowledge that Ren, her former best friend and current rival, is attending doesn't dampen her excitement. When the attendees arrive, Rosa drops a bombshell. They must write an entire novel from scratch by the month's end. The author of the best one will receive a life-changing publishing deal. But with Rosa's erratic behavior, Ren's cruel mind games, and the alleged haunting of the mansion, Alex's chance to win becomes ever more challenging. When one of the writers vanishes during a snowstorm, Alex realizes that something very sinister is afoot. With the clock running out, she must discover the truth or suffer the same fate. I just think this sounds so fun, and the people that I have seen review it also thought it was fun. So I wanted to have something a little bit different. I don't pick up a lot of thrillers, but I do like them once in a while, and I've read a couple lately that I really enjoyed, so I thought it would be time to give another one a shot. And then the book that I picked up just as I was passing by, because I A, loved the cover, and then B, the description pulled me in, is Within the Space of a Second by Elise Hellawell. So A, it's very pretty, but B, it sounded good, so I decided to give it a shot. It says, a slow burn, swoon-worthy love story about two people separated by time and the dangerous secrets that threaten to tear them apart. Oh, my eyeballs. My eyeballs are getting old. Oh, I do have my reading glasses here. Please hold. I don't know why I'm struggling so hard when I can just put the glasses on and be doing a lot better. So much easier. Every morning, Mariella Adams wakes with a strange electrical energy buzzing beneath her skin. Terrified she has inherited her late mother's mental illness, she tells no one. But when Mariella discovers her mother's lost journals with an entry dated after her death, she's desperate for answers. The mystery only deepens when Mariella is approached by two strangers, Rose and Parker, who claim to be time travelers from the future. They say that interfering with the past and Mariella is forbidden, but they need her help to restore Parker's ability to time travel before they're caught in Mariella's timeline. Shocked, Mariella agrees to help them. After all, they might hold the answers she's looking for, and the more time she spends with them, the more she finds herself drawn to Parker. As she fights to uncover the mysteries of her past and the secrets of his future, will Mariella discover the truth before time runs out and Parker disappears forever? I just thought it sounded fun. I do enjoy a romance. I'm not like a straight up contemporary romance reader, but give me a romance with like time travel or like historic adventure or some sort of paranormal twist and I will be all in. And this one, I just think he's from the future, she's in the past, she's wondering about her mother, like all of that I think makes for a lot of opportunity for an interesting story. So we're gonna hope it's great. And then the last book that I just got the other day, I have seen this book in the bookstore, I don't know, the last 4 times that I went into Barnes & Noble, and I always talk myself out of buying it. And then I saw somebody bring it up in a video, and I was like, you know what? I keep getting drawn to this one, which means I really do just need to read it at some point. So it is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. And I love this little paperback edition that they did with the edges. The As You Wish is so iconic. But I have watched this movie about 1 million times, and I really, really love the movie. And I think I was a little bit afraid that I wouldn't enjoy the story as much in the original like book format. But I do want to find out. I really do want to find out, and I think it's such a fun story that I don't think you could really go wrong. So yeah, I want to read this. And I just, like I said, I kept getting drawn to this paperback edition, so I finally just broke down and ordered myself a copy. So I feel like this would be a good cozy, like on a snowy winter's day, you know, snuggle up under a blanket and just read for hours kind of book. So I will probably wait till this winter to like sink into this one, but Now I have it, should the whim take me. So that is my stack of books that I received in the last like month. So I didn't do too terribly. And I think there's like a really fun variety in this set of books. Like I said, I've really been sort of like trying to, aside from the special editions that I got, because I really do love those books and I definitely will reread them, I've been trying to be more intentional about like, what types of books have I been drawn to? What have I heard over and over and over that I really do want to try and read? I don't want to buy things that are going to sit on my shelves for like years before I read them, if I can help it anymore. I think there's like a nice variety here, and I think they're all things that I'm really excited to like get into, so hopefully I can read them in the next few months. I'm gonna be filming a separate video. I also got some new journals in the last like week or so, but I figured I would do that as a whole separate video, so that'll be in my next little haul. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Did you get anything exciting in the last like month or so? Do you have any amazing books that you can't wait to put on your shelves and or read? I'd love to know. If you've read The Princess Bride, did you love it? Did you love it as much as the movie? Like, I'm so curious to know how I'm gonna find that one compared to the movie. But yeah, I'm so excited for this whole stack. So thank you again for joining me. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe so you don't miss whatever my next videos are. Leave a little emoji if you don't want to do a comment, you know, just leave a little stack of books or like a heart or something. But thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.